you want me to be your teratoma?
No. Chase Lee Hockey with the Blue Futon and Grocery Gamer reviewing Malignant. Have I seen it? Yes, this is my third time watching it. His first time watching it. Did he like it? Did I like it? Well, let's find out. All right, Malignant. What is it about?
Malignant is a very awesome movie. When I first saw the first 10 minutes, I had three theories: demonic, hallucination, brother sister. I was technically wrong on all three, but brother sister is closer than you think.
So that's your synopsis of the movie?
Well, this is the part where you transition into the synopsis.
Okay, so this is how we want to do it. Anyway, what this movie's about is a lady trying to have kids. Unfortunately, her husband or fiance, boyfriend, or what doesn't it say, is abusive. Hits her over the head. But once she gets hit in the head, weird stuff starts happening. Why is she automatically being transported into these people's homes getting murdered? What's the backstory? What's the cops going to do about it? Is anyone going to survive this bonkers movie? So, with this movie, I love this movie because it's so bonkers and different. They don't make movies like this anymore. Yeah, they make horror movies, slashers, blah, blah, blah. Same old, Halloween number 19, but Malignant is something different, fresh, and it keeps you entertained throughout the whole movie. With James Wan directing it, it really reminds me of Death Sentence type of feel, Dead Silence, and other movies kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this movie kind of just hit that note of originality in the sense of how the villain was portrayed, because you think it has the whole psychic vibe. It's named Gabriel. He makes a weapon that kind of looks like the spear of destiny, from making a lot of religious allegories. But no, it goes purely scientific route. Things a teratoma, which is literally like a tumor that is a collection of hair follicles, fingers. It can have literally functioning, eyeballs and fingernails, fingers coming out that move on their own. And this thing was its own person because it's still identified as a teratoma in the movie. So, but it had a consciousness because it shared the brain. So, conjoined twin, parasitic twin kind of thing. And then whenever she would transform, limbs would start crunching out. Puts on the backwards jacket and just goes full on slasher mode. Turns into a superhuman kind of thing. Really great movie. I really love the scene where she rips her own head out and the brain comes out. There's some great effects. Tons of fun to watch. And that's the main thing. This was a fun movie.
Yeah, and it's very different filmed as well. It's very much a fishbowl effect. Even from the beginning when they're walking through the halls, he does a lot of fishbowl effects or a lot of wide angle shots. So a lot of people might be confused with how the camera is looking because it's usually not a singular focus movie. It is very wide, especially in the police station scene where he almost tries to do a GoPro 360 Max thing where it's basically just, you're seeing every avenue of what's happening.
That's the other thing. The filming, like you said, was great. There was no awkward jump cuts, shaky cam. You had the fishbowl effect, sure, but it just accentuated all of the action scenes without hiding anything. And that's the other thing.
Yeah,
it's a horror. It's a horror movie with a couple jump scares. But again, it was a super fun action movie almost half the time.
That's very true. And there's also a very solid effect where they're following her from above throughout the house. It's a very cool effect what they do in the beginning as well. So like I said in the beginning, I've seen this 3 times. First time I watched it on HBO Max, I loved it. I said, you know what? I'm going to show it to 2 other people. The girl loved it. The guy did not like it. He's more into the Hereditary type of movies, which is really weird. I've seen Hereditary. I still don't know what I think about that movie. It's the same director who did Midsommar. Still don't know what I think about that movie. So he likes those type of movies. And then I was like, I'm going to show my brother this movie to see what he feels like, what he likes about it. And apparently he really enjoys it. Overall, Malignant, if you want something different, a good amount of creep and a good amount of action. I don't know if you hear a lot of creepy action horror movies, if that even exists anymore. And some funny, one-liners that are like, oh, that's pretty funny. It's gory. I love this movie. This is going to be my top 10 movie of the year just because it's so different. It's original. And unfortunately, because it is different and original, it didn't do good in the box office. It didn't do good on HBO Max. I think that's very unfortunate because now with that, we're going to get 5 more Marvel movies a year. We're gonna get Halloween Kills, Halloween's Dead. We're gonna probably get another Friday the 13th reboot. We're gonna get all these reboots are just same old movies, and unfortunately, movies like this
They're gonna get left by the wayside.
I mean, they tried to inspire something a little different, but it was still a book from Saw. So all these horror movies, they are reboots, are remakes, are reimaginings. They're just nothing original, and unfortunately, I don't think the audience liked this one because of the originality. But me, I love it. It's gonna be my top 10 movie of the year just because it's so bonkers original. And even after the third time watching it, I still noticed a little like, oh, I remember that's why James Wan decided to put that in the picture. But overall, Malignant, loved it. I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5 with Futon. So he goes at 90%.
I'm definitely giving it 9 cars parked at the edge of a cliff out of 10.
Yes. I don't know what are just random hospitals on a cliff.
Yes.
Because it's like, oh, what is that doing there? That doesn't exist here in the States. But James Wan, if you notice a lot of his movies, he does the car to the cliff thing. I don't know why he does it. But anyway, here's what the Critics News Scores gave this film. Critics, a 76%. Okay, with 158 of them. Audience score, a 52% with 500 of them. So you're actually with the critics with this one. Here's the critic consensus. Although Malignant isn't particularly scary, director James Wan returns to horror contains plenty of gory thrills and a memorable bonkers twist. Here's what the actual audience says. Love it or hate it, and there isn't much in between. Malignant is one horror movie that takes risks and is willing to get weird. That's a weird audience score with a 52%.
No, that actually makes sense. It's weird. It doesn't conform to your standard horror tropes. All they want is their same old ass actors sitting around looking around corners and then jump scare. That's all these people know what horror is. They don't understand that it doesn't just have to be your same cliche from 1945 anymore, or 1963. You can take some liberties with mixing in genres. It's okay, guys. Take a chance.
And it's weird. I mean, there is only 500 people reviewing Malignant, so I wonder if, the real haters are putting their thing in there, but I don't know. Now I'm curious if IMDb, because that's another, kind of, you could say, audience score. I'm going to guess that one's more in the 60s, but let's see here. We got 6.3, so 63. I don't know. I guess we're more on the critics on this one, which is kind of a rarity.
Very disappointing, actually.
I mean, technically, you like it a lot better than the critics. So, I mean, technically, you're in your own category of, not putting, a 73?
Yeah.
73?
Doesn't matter.
So, anyway, 73, 52, 95, or 90. Chase me like with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this Blue Futon Utopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching and have a great day. Of course, I'm going to change the background a little bit here and there. We got some, Donnie Darko, American Wolf from London, Howling, Dune. I think I have Flash Gordon in there. It's a Flash. But anyway, Malignant. Watch it, find it, buy it. These are the type of movies I think, don't really get enough appreciation. And the more we watch these type of movies and the more we promote them, the more I think more sequels and different stuff will come back. Unless you want Shang-Chi, number 7, Eternals 21,
Captain Marvel 73.
Yeah, I don't want that future.